What up YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company. In this video, I want to show you guys from a beginner's aspect, what is the best way to gain power quickly? Because that's the number one question I get a lot in my new playlist, linked in the bottom, by the way, for my beginner's guide is how do I get a lot of power very quickly? If you want to get 1 million power, there's actually two different things you need to do. We're going to talk about both. And some of them are obvious, some of them are actually not so obvious. So if you want to gain power quickly, make sure you watch this video to the very end because I am here to help you. And if you have missed any of my videos in the beginner's guide series, check it out in the link description below because it is there to help you. And once you pick out which hero you want to main, there's also a link down there to my overall build guide for every single hero. No matter what hero you pick, I have done the research and spent the time on finding the best builds for them. And as new builds come into fruition to the game, I will be updating those videos, but for right now, they are currently all up to date. So look in the description below. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this video and talk about how you can gain power fast. So when it comes to gaining power fast, the first thing you need to note is you need to have a heck of a roster. So tip number one is actually going to be to level other heroes. You need your squad rank. See, I'm currently at squad rank 250. You need your squad rank to be high. And doing so, the fastest way to do that as a very new player to this game is to level up as many heroes as possible. Now, I have made videos in my beginner's guide series on how to level up fast. And in doing so, I've also talked about the Pegasus base. So what I would recommend is follow the direction of all my other videos. You're going to want to do Doctor Strange first. You want to max him out or get as far as you can until you have to play a different character. Pick your main, do them next, then switch over to Captain America. Now, at that point, you have 3 heroes that have already been started to leveling up, and then you want to go and just double down on what I, again, would recommend is Doctor Strange. Get him to max level. At that point, you're going to unlock the Pegasus base. Then you're going to go back to whoever your main is, get them to max level. Then you're going to want to go ahead and go to Captain America, get him to max level. And then while you're doing this, I want you in the Pegasus base using those to actually level up your other heroes. So that way you're actually doubling down on the leveling up process. In doing so, you're going to get your squad rank way higher. And as a new person to this game, you actually get a ton of squad rank just for leveling up each individual hero. You can see all these different squad rank. I mean, it's just, it goes up so incrementally fast. I mean, towards the end here at level 120, you're looking at 4,800, which is just an absolute ton. So what squad rank does, and I think it's important to touch on this, obviously. So if you look at your squad rank, you can see all the different additional stats that you're getting. So as you can see, I get additional 2,130 attack, 2,130 defense, and then 20,209 HP for my current rank within each of these different ones. Now, when we go to squad power and we go to all these different level ups, look at all these percent that I'm getting for each level 10 that I hit. So increments of 10, you do get additional stat. It is a percentage, and it's just fantastic. I mean, it goes all the way to max at 300, or at least 300 squad rank. But even at 250, you can see I have a ton. I got crit rate 5%, crit damage 4%, accuracy rate 4%, max defense pierce 4%, max damage rate. It's just phenomenal. This is just free stats that I'm getting just for playing the game and leveling up other heroes, which is fantastic. So you can see total damage there. That's fantastic. All of this is very, very good. The cooldown decrease is just beautiful as well. But all of these are just additional stats that give you more squad rank. Now, another way, and actually kind of as a bonus tip, if you will, before we get into the main way, is actually if you look at your titles are another flat thing that gives you additional attack, defense, and HP. And you're going to get titles for leveling up your heroes. So as you can see, there is 100 titles for having just all of your heroes at max level. Now, I want to actually say, yeah, it actually maxes out at level 100. So you could, in theory, get all of your heroes to level 100 and actually not get them to max level and benefit from these additional stats. And again, stats is how you get more power. And these stats go to all of your heroes, which is fantastic. Same with your squad rank. So there's 2 ways right now to get increased power is to, again, knock out all your titles and increase your squad rank. So the very last thing you can do in terms of leveling up your individual person as fast as you can is actually has to do with your gear as well as your Omega cards. And it's really just your stats in general. If you can't tell from the whole vibe of this whole video, the fastest way to gain power is to get more stats or higher stats, but more stats is definitely the way to go. So the previous 2 tips helped you get more stats and just a lot of them. This is to help focus in on the stats that are going to help you get to more power. Now, the one and only stat that nets you the most power is easily attack. Attack is the stat that gives you the most power. It nets you the most power every single time, regardless of where it is or how much you get. It's always going to give you the most power. Now, again, for my more veteran players, you're going to be like, well, Misery, you don't want to focus on attack. When you get attack as a bonus stat, it's not necessarily seen as a good thing. In fact, I would rather have this as crit rate or even crit damage again instead of attack. But as a new player where you feel like you need to catch up in power or hit that nice level 1 million where it feels like you've gotten to a nice spot, especially in my free to play, that is a huge accomplishment. So attack is actually a great way of getting there quickly if that is important to you, or if you need to get to a specific part of the game or the campaign where you have a level threshold. This is how you do that. So again, the head and chest of your gear give you attack, not only attack, but percent attack. And then of course, when you nano fuse, there's more attack, but you don't have to worry about that as a beginning player. But just these first 2 pieces are attack, and then the gloves give you defense and the feet give you HP. So you want to focus on gearing up and getting your head and your chest to as many stars as you can, because that's going to give you the most attack. Now, another way of getting attack is from the battle badges. But when you're new to the game, you're just going to be equipping whatever battle badges you get. You're not going to have special battle badges in the beginning, so don't worry about those. Just equip whatever battle badges you have, and the more attack you find is the battle badge you want to have equipped. Now, generally speaking, I would not follow the recommended red dot, because it's like the red dot of doom, because basically it always prioritizes attack, at least later on in the game. But early on, when you want to power up, if you do follow the red dot, typically it doesn't show you what nets you the most power. So another way of increasing your power is actually going to be over here at your Omega cards. So as you can see, I have attack, crit damage, I think this is attack, crit damage, attack, crit damage. You see a trend here. In fact, I'd actually like to get rid of some of these attack and get some other stats that I need, like D-Pen or something else. But let's go ahead and remove all of these. Actually, you know what? We'll just go to a brand new one. Okay, so after removing all of my cards, let's look at my current power, and I will show you just how much attack you can get from something. So I can see my attack is what, 30K. My current power is 1.6,444,000. So let's see what nets us the most power. So the first card we're going to put in is crit damage. Let's actually find one. Let's see. Got a 4. All right, so I have 2 4s here. Again, these are both 6-star special cards, but this still proves the point as to what nets you the most power, which is either going to be attack or in this case crit damage. So if I were to equip this crit damage card, again, number 4, it's going to net me what? 71K, roughly. 71K, looks like about 74K really. 74K power, right? All right, so let's hop back over, remove that card. And then let's go ahead and equip, again, another 4. So it's the same amount percent that you would get because it is the quantity of 4. It is attack. Now, there are bonus stats and exclusive stats. So this was PvP damage decrease. And oops, not that one. And this was PvP damage increase. So there's about the same there. But again, when you equip this, and what I mean by the same, it's going to net you the same amount of power by the exclusive stat. Now, there are different bonus stats, but again, the overall, you're getting 3 stats total, but it's really just these fixed effects that are going to net you the highest amount of power. So if I'm going to go ahead and equip this attack card, how much power do we get? 92,000. Woo, baby. So we go back over here. Like I said, it's about 92,000 power. So a good, almost 20K more power just because it was attack over crit damage. Now, again, it would probably be actually a little bit more, but I'm sure I had different bonus stats on each of those different cards. I know I did actually. And that could play a factor as well. But overall, as you can see from that test, the attack is the overall best way of getting you the most power. That was almost 100K from one card. Now, again, I fully know it's a 6-star card, upgraded, quantity 4 or whatever it is. But again, that just shows you just how good attack stats are. So that is going to be the best way of getting so much power as quick as possible. Now, this was my beginner's guide to getting the most power, so if you found this helpful, make sure you smash the like button, and if you miss any of the other videos in my beginner's guide series, make sure you check them out, link in the description below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.